So, April is observed as National Fair Housing Month. I wasn't sure exactly what that entailed, so I looked it up on Google. The ideology of a fair housing is really steeped in civil rights. As you saw in the screenshots, this legislation was passed after the assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. So, what does it mean today? Okay, fast forward almost 60 years. What does it mean today? Well, today, fair housing is more obtainable. Okay, we still have a ways to go, but it is obtainable to mostly everyone. And as you can see, there's a certain class of people who this legislation was written for because they had been discriminated against in prior years. So I'm making this post. It is in memory of my mom. Okay. My mom passed away October the 12th, 2025, just a little over 6 months ago. And my mother did something that I had no true idea how monumental it was until I started selling real estate. My mother was able to secure a nice 3-bedroom, 1-bath house with a living room, a kitchen, and a utility room for her 6 children. It was in 1970. I wasn't even born yet. She was able to get a house built from the ground up. Now, this feat to me is just exceptional. Okay. I've never been a homeowner. I've paid off 2 mortgages, but I've never been a homeowner. So for my mom, who had an 8th grade education, had children, and was a single mom for probably the majority of her life, was able to get a house built from the ground up in 1970, when that was almost like a no-no, because back in the day, women had to have a husband to be able to even buy a house. Okay. And my mother did not have a husband. So she was instrumental in making sure that her children had a safe house to live in. And she was able to get a house built from the ground up for the grand total of $7,800. That was back in 1970. So, in memory of my mom, I am here to definitely push fair housing. Everyone does. It's a